Thy will be done. Thy will be done. I think that's in a perfect way to end a great conversation. I want to thank you so much, Miss Barbara, for joining us on Evolve today and taking time out of your busy schedule. And I so appreciate your candid
Well,
insight.
thank you for having me.
All right.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day. A blessed day.
You have a blessed one, too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
All right, guys, that was Miss Barbara. I know that you got some great gems. I did. I have been able to glean wisdom vicariously through my dear friend, Kate, who now I think, do you guys love her too? Because we all love her. So I guess everybody that listens should love her by now. If you can't tell her mom's a fan and I'm a fan, then join us. There's a big fan club for Miss Kate. So I am so happy to have got to have Miss Barbara on and really had a chance to talk to her today. And I, like I said, I'll lift the curtain here. I'm very fond of Miss Barbara because she's responsible directly for raising one of my favorite people in the world. And that's a testament to me about good parents. What type of person are you? And it definitely does reflect in the way that you were parented. And she helped to shape the woman that Kate became and is today. And as you heard from her own mother's mouth, she is a phenomenal woman, a woman that I'm proud to call a friend. And we really get to leave our legacy through our kids. It goes without saying that Miss Barbara has imparted a legacy of love with her children. We started out talking about the seasons and how things change and what we leave behind and how do you measure a life. And if her children, her sons and her daughter, are any inclination of what her life looks like as she heads into the next phase of her life, what does she leave behind? What is there to say for her and Mr. Ed's work? And what it is that they lived in love and they taught their children love. Now, does that mean every single thing is perfect? No. And I also love that Miss Barbara said that today. Everything is not always perfect. There are no perfect parents. We don't make every right decision. But what we have the grace to do is to really ask for guidance and ask for God to really speak to our lives. Now, every week in May, we will be wrapping up our conversations with mother shows with a star mom quote. And I'm not talking about celebrities, but instead the many mothers that I am so privileged to know who are stars in my eyes. And this week, our star quote is from DJ. And DJ has raised 3 sons, 2 that she started out with, and then a third that kind of came to her via her marriage at this point. And I can tell you, I want to give a little testimony here to DJ's mothering. When I go visit and we have a get-together or a dinner, and one of her sons, Peter, is there because he's the one that's still in the home. The other sons have gone to college and are, grown. So when Peter is there, he is so polite, so well-mannered, and he is cleaning up. And he is almost like psychic with the way that he's handling the cleanup. And he's a teenage boy, I think he's 15 or 16. And I've watched him grow up from like a little tyke, it seems like, into now he's a grown man, which is crazy. It's how it happens before your eyes. But Peter will be putting away dishes. He will be sweeping and mopping the floor. He will be anticipating whether you need a refill on your drink. And I'm looking around. DJ and her husband are never directing him to do these things. He's just taking the initiative because she's trained him how to do them. She has another son, 2 other sons, and one of them I happen to be particularly close with. He's my little sweetheart. I love him so much, though he's not little anymore. He's in college and, he's graduated college, with a master's, I do believe, in fine art. He's amazing in so many ways. I love you, Adam, if you're listening today. And Adam is insightful and he's kind and he's introspective. And he has great boundaries. And I just respect the person that he is. And that is a testament to the mothering of DJ. Now, on top of them being lovely people that know how to do chores, these guys can cook, they can clean, they can do their own laundry, they can help you change a tire, they know how to hack and get into computer situations or get out of them. They can book their own travel plans. They know how to move across country. They are not people that are dependent. Not any one of them, not the eldest, not Adam, and not Mr. Peter. They all are becoming these self-sufficient men who are able to go to their mother and have conversations with her that are real. Even conversations they might not be able to have with their father. They are able to take it to their mother, and that is a testament. And that's why DJ is my star mom of the week. Sending you lots of love, DJ, and appreciation and gratitude for the men that you are sending and have sent into the world. And so, I want to tell you about her star quote. And I asked her, how did she raise these 3 intelligent and self-sufficient boys? And she said that this is what you need to keep in mind. And this is what she keeps in her mind as she is raising and dealing and interacting with them. And this is her quote. You are not just raising your child. You are raising someone's husband and father. Now let that marinate for a moment. You are not just raising your child. You are raising someone's husband and father. It's very easy for us as parents to get caught up and swept away in the melee of life and forget that these young women and young men that are in our homes and taking a lot of our energy and time and eating a lot of our food and using a lot of our resources are one day going to go out into the world and be productive, contributing citizens. And you taught them that. It's very easy to get distracted and to forget, as Miss Barbara just said, that it goes by so quickly. And so while you are raising them, you might just always be thinking of them as kids. And so I invite you today to shift your perspective about them being just your kids and think about them being someone's father, mother, husband, wife, someone's best friend, someone's confidant, someone's business partner. You are raising people that are going into the world and should and will have something to offer. I really love that quote from DJ, and I want to thank you, DJ, for giving that to me. And I asked her to expound, and DJ is she has a way with her words, which is like she gets right to the point. And she said, I'll tell you what, Monette, she said, I'm going to give you some homework. I want you to go look up the Garth Brooks song, Send 'Em Down the Road. And I said, well, do you want to tell me about it? She said, it's one of my favorite songs by Garth Brooks. And so today I want to share some of the lyrics from this. And I wonder if it resonates with you. I want you to take it in and see if it resonates with you. In this song, I want you to understand that Garth transitions from observing his own parents to narrating his experience as a parent. And I wonder if you'll find yourself in the transition of your own life. Now, I happen to be a huge fan, always have been, of Garth Brooks. I know, surprise, surprise. And so is DJ. In fact, one day I think we're going to go to a concert. So I really am excited about that. So, but this is funny because I had several of his, CDs and stuff all throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. And you can't put on the Thunder Rolls or, Standing Outside the Fire or I'm trying to think of other ones that are coming to my head. Two of a Kind working on a full house. Okay, I'll spare you guys my singing, but I love Garth, and I hadn't heard this song, and that's why I'm going to share the lyrics with you because it really touched me. I thought, man, you just keep getting better, Garth, like fine wine. So even though this is Garth again and his experience with his father, and we're talking about mothers, we're talking really about Storge, and we're talking about the love that parents have for their child. So I think it's applicable. Send him down the road. He didn't ask, he didn't pry, he just held that ice that covered my black eye. And when that girl broke my heart, we just threw that baseball back and forth till dark. And when I started playing guitar, and I didn't have a clue. He wanted to protect me, but somehow my father knew. You can cry for him, Live and die for them. You can help them find their wings, but you can't fly for them. Because if they're not free to fall, then they're not free at all. And though you just can't bear the thought of letting go, you pick them up, you dust them off, and you send them down the road. A little kiss on a skinned up knee from playing soccer, riding bikes, and climbing trees. And when bad dreams filled their heads, I chased the monsters out from underneath their beds. I guess I always knew those days would end. But the hardest thing I've ever learned has been you can cry for them, live and die for them. You can help them find their wings, but you cannot fly for them. Because if they're not free to fall, then they're not free at all. And though you just can't bear the thought of letting go, you pick them up, you dust them off, and you send them down the road. And he says again, you can cry for them, live and die for them, and even though it's gonna break your heart, you let them go. You pick them up, you dust them off, you hold them close, and like Miss Barbara said, this is what Gar says in here, you hold them close and you pray a lot and you send them down the road. For all you parents that are getting ready for graduation season, getting ready to send your children down a road that you're not sure of and that you're worried about, and you've read the reports and you've seen the news and you don't know if it's safe, you can live and die for them, but you cannot fly for them. You have to prepare to send them down the road. So right now I'm going to just ask that God softens your heart and eases your heart and brings you peace, and that his angels bring you peace. And they surround you right now. For those parents out there that are a little quivery and thinking about, oh my gosh, it's my baby. How do I send them down the road? How do I let them go when I know they're going to get hurt? I at least want to be here like I used to be able to be, to kiss those boo-boos and mend those skin knees and hold them close when they had a heartbreak. And if they're out of my sight, how do I stay on their mind, but how do I also protect them from the minefields that we know can be in the world? And the thing that Miss Barbara did a beautiful job of expressing, and that Miss DJ did a fantastic job of sharing with me via the lyrics of this song, is that we don't get to decide how they experience life. When we're raising children, it is one of the greatest acrobat acts that we'll ever do. But more than that, it is a selfless act of service, never-ending service. It doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't matter where they are in the world. There will be moments when that grown son or grown daughter calls you and says, Mom, can you talk? And it's okay. That doesn't mean that you didn't teach them the right thing. That doesn't mean that you didn't give them what they needed to survive. That means that you did exactly what you were supposed to do. I believe that them needing to call you and me needing to have called my mother, as I still do at my age, I believe that it is a testament of fantastic parenting at work. Because I know no matter how sad I am, or how happy I am, or how successful I am, or how broken or low that I feel, that even though my mother has sent me down the road, she's always there. For the people who have parents that have passed, and you think, well, my mom isn't here. I'm down my road, but my mom isn't here. And I can't just call her, and man, I wish I could. I want you to know that your mom is there. She's in your thoughts and in your psyche. And I know that you guys out there that may have lost parents already can still hear your parents in your head, just like I can hear my mom in my head all the time. Whether I want to hear her or not, she's there. And that is a testament of legacy. That is a testament of amazing parenting. It doesn't matter if they've crossed over to be with the Lord and they're on that next part of their journey with the Lord. what matters is that they left you and imparted you with wisdom that is invaluable and, more importantly, always accessible.